beautiful people. It's Amy Nicholas back again because guess what? It's Friday. And sorry, I'm 2 minutes late on the hour here, but we are going to rock and roll. And let me see if I can share this out. Couple of announcements. New Facebook group I started. It's called Law of Attraction Manifesting Miracles. Got a link down there in the Miracle Manifestation. There's a link down in the video. I don't know where Facebook puts links anymore because I feel like if you're watching on mobile, all you see is the video. You don't see any text or anything. So you might have to do some fishing around if you want to come join the free group. Where am I sharing this? Yeah, I'm sharing to that group right now. Okay. There we go. Right on. So that's new. What else? Oh, I have a new free gift for you. Something I put together in relation to what we're talking about today. And it is Become a Prosperity Magnet. 50 affirmations for daily wealth attraction. And since the topic today is going to be about doing that exact thing and how I personally have used affirmations. And I picked 3 that I feel like really resonated with me that I've been using that definitely helped double my income in 2020. There's other factors as well, but I thought, hey, let me share with you the 3 ones that I feel like were really impactful in moving the needle forward for myself last year. So if you want to get the download, check it out in the video. If you're on YouTube, it's easy to find description. Facebook, I have no idea. Good luck finding the links on Facebook. You might have to actually exit out of the video in order to see the links now. I think they're kind of dumb like that, but whatever. So first affirmation that contributed, I've heard several different people say this affirmation, and I don't know the original owner, the original person who said it. So I will just say the affirmation because I'm not sure where it came from exactly, but it's God's wealth and abundance circulates in my life and is always flowing. I am one with God and God is everything. I specifically remember hearing it from Tony Robbins, but I also would say that he probably got it from somebody else who got it from somebody else because I've heard it from different people. So that affirmation, I feel like I heard that many years ago when I first started studying manifestation, mindset, how to become an entrepreneur. And it was like this big revelation for me to think about God wants me to be wealthy. And as I started to think about that, I'm like, yeah, because if you believed this affirmation that God's wealth and abundance circulates in your life, would you ever have lack? Does God have lack? No. So that affirmation for me helped me through times of stress, through times of, feeling like, where's the money? I'm working and working, I need some money. Help me through those times because it helped me to change how I was feeling inside. Okay. Also stick around to near the end of this video, because I'm going to share with you also why affirmations don't work for most people. And, there's a lot of hype around them and people pretty much gave up on them. Most people, because they're like, nothing happened for me. Right. So I'll explain why they don't work for most people. But the other ones, I got this from a guy named Wesley Virgin. He's super big on YouTube and Instagram now. I knew him when he had way less followers, but I basically picked him as my mentor for several years. I still consider him that. And he would say, I'm a winner. And the affirmation itself is very simple. It doesn't even contain anything about money or wealth, right? But the key component with that affirmation is that you're talking to yourself, right? You're talking to your self-esteem. You're talking to you and your self-image. And if you say I'm a winner to yourself, probably most people are going to be like, hearing this voice in their head saying, no, you're not, you hardly made any money last month. This month's looking pretty much the same. You're a joke, you're not a winner, right? And that's the paradigm. That's the old self-talk trying to surface up and bring you down, basically. And I got to a point where I was like really sick and tired of hearing that voice. And when I heard this affirmation, I decided I was going to use it. And the way Wesley showed it to me in his videos was like he was running around, shouting it, like pounding his chest, like I'm a winner, just going nuts. Scarlett, the guest today, she's checking out the window. And he was just like really into saying the affirmation. And I felt like within maybe a couple of days of using that and doing it the way he did it was very impactful. Like I could feel different about myself. Maybe the results weren't there. Like I wasn't killing it in my online businesses, like nothing was really happening per se, but I felt better about my situation. And as I felt better, I started to take different actions. I started to do better. And as a result, I started to make more money. Still use this affirmation, been using it for several years. The third one, it's kind of hard to like pick these because I use a lot of them. I'm going to go with the one I've learned from Bob Proctor. And I learned this probably in 2015. And he says, I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I love this affirmation because he addresses like everything in it. It doesn't leave room for any, thing to happen that you don't want to happen. It addresses all concerns about, hey, I'm bringing in money. It's coming from different sources, which is great. So I don't like stress if one thing isn't bringing in a bunch of money, right? Secondly, it's always flowing, continuous, right? Coming in continuously. And I feel like that's one of the challenges with all of this stuff, with affirmations, with meditation, visualization, all that sort of stuff, that the continuation, like you could have something come to you, manifest for you, and you're like, yes, this happens, But the continuous part is something that some people can't wrap their minds around because they think, oh, when it's good, that must mean something bad's going to happen, right? Something bad is just around the corner. That's how most people feel. And it's just old programming. It's a lack mindset. I am always working on that aspect of my programming too, because I was definitely brought up in the whole household of money doesn't grow on trees. I'm going to buy myself a money tree, by the way. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I heard that from somebody. And, that lack limitation of, well, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? We've all heard that one. That's where that problem stems from. So when money does come into your life and you're like, yeah, this is great. I'm making some more money. Like for people that do print on demand industry and they're like, yeah, Q4, all right, and you're expecting money because you're like, yeah, this is the retail shopping season. October, November, December is when people are, buying stuff for Christmas and you expect more money. So what happens? You tend to make more money. But what if you had that expectation throughout the year? Like no matter what month it is, I'm making money. So if you can bring in that continuous aspect of that affirmation, it's true. Money comes to me in increasing quantities. Like it doesn't have to just get to a point and level off, but believing comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources. It's got a couple of businesses, maybe you win a little lotto ticket, scratch off or something. Maybe somebody just gifts you money. I believe when he says the multiple sources that it's not just, hey, I went out and worked for this money, so I got to have like business is running. I don't believe it's like that. I would much rather have just, things kind of flowing. I don't have to like be like, oh my gosh, this business, I got to do this. And this business, I got to do this. Just let it flow, let it come in from multiple sources. For example, I remember needing some extra money And I was like, okay, well, I'm looking at what I'm doing online, and I see what I'm going to make this month pretty much. Like, it's near the end of the month. Barring some, miracle happening, this is probably, the dollar amount I'm going to make. So I wasn't sure how I was going to make this extra money. And I was like, all right, let me look at my closet, and I ended up finding a bunch of stuff I could sell. And one of them was a lens, a camera. And I cherished it and everything, but I just wasn't using it. And I was like, man, this is good quality, like glass lens, high demand for photographers and videographers. I was like, I'm not using it. It's been over a year. In fact, it'd probably been like 2 years since I used it. I was like, screw it, I'll sell it. So I went on Facebook Marketplace, put it up, and somebody came and bought it like 2 days later. Money was going to come from, but the idea of going in my closet and like looking for stuff, I was like, okay, I like how that works, right? Multiple sources. And then, like I said, with the on a continuous basis part, I think that's where most people get hung up. But if you just keep listening, and actually you can go on YouTube and pull up Bob Proctor Affirmations. There is a 35 minute loop recording of him literally just saying, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Literally 30 minutes. I used to play it sometimes when I'd be like, I still do sometimes too. I'll be like paying bills because, part of me is looking at like, oh, this money's going out. Oh, I got to pay this thing. Oh, there's that credit card, and I would get into a funk of like, oh my gosh, the bills. So I started playing that in the background while I'm like, online doing my banking. And it was like really soothing. And I'm like, oh, okay. You can listen to affirmations. You don't always have to speak them. I think it's powerful to use both methods. Some people only speak them. Some people only listen to them. The thing of it is, if you only speak them, you do get the sense of like hearing yourself say it, right? But you're probably only doing this for what, a minute, 2 minutes a day, maybe 5 minutes if you're really like into doing affirmations. 5 minutes out of your 18 hours you're awake or whatever. The thing about listening to them only is you could be listening, but you're not feeling it because you're not speaking it yourself, right? But combining speaking the affirmations and listening, especially while doing like household chores, dishes, laundry, vacuuming, you're listening to, and I believe you should record your own voice, by the way, or if you want like that loop track that I mentioned, that's good too, because it just keeps playing. So listening, letting it seep into your subconscious over and over and over, combining those two things, I believe that's the best way for affirmations to work for you. So those are the three that I feel like really contributed to helping me change how I felt about money, to helping me see it as continuous, coming in, abundant, all that sort of stuff. So if you missed any of them, go back and watch the replay when I'm done. But right now, and I'm going to put up a banner because I like using the banners. It's kind of fun. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We got tickers, banners. Okay. Let me edit. So now we're going to get into why affirmations don't work for most people. I remember 5-6 years ago, I had a printed out like 5-page paper of affirmations, and I would be like saying them and nothing was happening in my life. And I was like, what's going on? I was sort of in a state of frustration, like, why aren't the affirmations working? Everybody says they work. And I was kind of just, this was not going well. And it was not going well. And I was like, okay, something's got to change. So I'm going to do these affirmations, saying them, nothing, days, weeks, a month, whatever it was. I finally just stopped because I was like, it's not doing anything. I'm not seeing anything happen, right? So, of course, I was still working in my business and all that. But I really thought, because everybody said affirmations work, or a bunch of people did, that this was going to change something. So years down the line, I started following different people, started listening to other people on YouTube, different mentors and such. And what I came to realize is that your subconscious mind, good old subby up there, it does not take what you say into consideration of your future reality unless you use emotion. That's it, period. So, for example, you could be like, well, Amy, I've tried using these positive affirmations. I've tried using these money affirmations and nothing really changes for me. Nothing's happened in my life. Okay, but have you seen things happen in your life that you were like, man, I can't believe this happened again. I just got into another car accident. Or I can't believe that idiot at work is, spouting off about me again, gossiping and she's da-da-da-da-da, right? And what happens? The situations persist. You get in another car accident. You have more issues at work. You get in a fight with your spouse because you're like, oh, we're always fighting. What's the difference here? You might not recognize this as an affirmation, but what you're doing is you're speaking something with intensity and emotion. And that's why it keeps happening for you. I remember learning this and I was like, holy crap, why did I not grow up knowing this material, right? I wish I did. And it all made sense as to why things would happen for me that I didn't want. I did not want this, right? And it would happen and then it would happen again and again. And I'm like, what the heck? And then when I made the connection about using affirmations and wondering, what's the deal? Why am I saying these affirmations? But, there's nothing happening. I'm not making any more money. I'm not, seeing better results in my business. And then realizing that I was not speaking these affirmations with emotion. And when I say emotion, like you could say something like, one of my other favorites is everything I touch turns to gold. You could just say that and your subconscious is just totally not going to hear it. You could say it consciously, hear yourself, everything I touch turns to gold. Nothing is going to happen for you. Why? Because like I said, the emotions have to come into play. Your subconscious mind, like what I learned from my mentor, Wesley, he was like, you really have to shout at your subconscious. He was literally on video running around his apartment shouting. And he was like, I would get calls, from the neighbors, like, hey, pipe it down. But he's like, you have to talk to your emotion or to your subconscious in a powerful state, in an emotional state. And I will back up exactly what he says by referring to Napoleon Hill. Y'all ever heard Think and Grow Rich, the book? Okay. So in that book, he talks about a situation regarding writing the book where he was stuck for a title. He could not think of what to call his book. It had previously been titled The Laws of Success in 16 Lessons. And his publisher said, hey, we need a new title. That was years ago. This is a condensed version. We need a snappy title. And he's like, I need it tomorrow. And he'd been racking his brain. He said he wrote like 500 different ideas. Could not think of a good idea for the book. And his publisher was like, he's like, yeah, if you don't come up with a name tomorrow, I'm going to name it for you. And I'm going to call it Use Your Noodle to Get the Boodle. He was like, that'll ruin me. Like, that's a joke. Come on. So he said he was in his apartment and he was walking around, like literally talking to himself out loud and telling his subconscious, because he understood by then, by studying 500 of the most successful people and richest people in the world at that time. And this is back in the early 30s. And so I was talking to myself through to my subconscious mind. He said, look here, I have to have a title tonight. This is a must. This is what I need. You're going to give it to me. And he said, he was shouting so much. He heard people like banging on the ceiling because they thought he was having like a fight with his wife or something. So he went to bed and he said he woke up with a start. And he quickly rushed over his typewriter and he wrote out the title. And he called his publisher and he was like, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was. He was like, hey, I got the title. He's like, all right, what is it? He's like, Think and Grow Rich. He's like, that's it. So what happened in this story? He literally had to tell himself with power, intensity, and emotion, I got to have this title. That's it, period. Okay. So when you're doing these affirmations, it's not like a friendly request because your subconscious mind does not understand that. It works off of emotion. So you can hear things, something slip in, you could, like I said, you could be listening to like the Bob Proctor affirmations on loop and stuff. It will get into your subconscious, but it is a slow going process. Okay. I'm talking like years of listening to stuff. However, if you want instant change, if you want to see things happen in your life and happen very quickly, then you need to talk to your subconscious with emotion. And I mean on a powerful scale where if somebody saw you doing this, they probably would think you were nuts. And, if you think that's silly and stupid, okay, fine. But my mentor said that he heard that told to him and he said, that's silly. And the guy who was super rich telling him to do this, he was like, well, I'm silly rich. So what do you want to do? So I was like, okay, if that's a case for looking silly and stupid, but it makes you more money, it makes you rich, it makes you feel good, makes you healthy. You can use this stuff for health. It doesn't have to just be like money affirmations like I'm talking about. Health, wealth, happiness, finding your perfect mate, finding your dream, job, online business, whatever. Using affirmations is just a technique. It's not like you have to do one type all the time. In fact, you probably should do different types. Okay. But yeah, saying it with emotion, getting into it, going back to, like I said, the I'm a winner one, my mentor was running around screaming, pounding his chest, I'm a winner. Like just really into it. Helps to be standing. Why? Because you create more energy and more emotion when you're standing up versus sitting down, chilling out in a chair. Yeah, I'm a winner. Okay. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me and consists, increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. That will not change nothing in your life. Okay. If you want nothing in your life to happen, talk like that. But if you want stuff to happen in your life, you need to talk with emotion, intensity, power, and energy in your words. If it helps you, if you do feel sluggish, if you do feel tired, if you do feel like, I don't feel like doing this, go to the gym, go for a walk, get moving. Do something physical for your body so that you can instantly start to feel more energetic, more awake, okay? And then go into doing the affirmations, okay? I like to do them in the morning as well as when I'm in the shower because I feel like shouting in the shower. I don't know, it's just kind of fun. It like echoes. But yeah, like going around your house, I'll be like vacuuming and I'll be like screaming over the vacuum, whatever works for you. The only thing that matters is that you get through in here, because if you're just speaking it and you look at the results in your life and you've been doing it for a few months, whatever it is, using affirmations, and you're like, I don't see anything freaking happening, because you freaking need to put that emotion into what you're doing. You're probably putting emotion into what you don't want. Man, I can't believe I got another bill. Oh my gosh, I gotta get the car fixed again. Oh my goodness, I gotta put on a roof. Oh crap, this happened. Those are affirmations that are manifesting in your life because of emotion, right? I'll get into it in another video about how to take what's negative and flip it on its head. But right now, we're just talking about using these affirmations and getting them to actually work, right? If this was a powerful video, if you got like one nugget of information that will help you, smash the like button right this moment. Do it now, okay? And I want somebody to comment on this video what affirmation you're going to start saying instead of what you've been saying to yourself, right? All the time there's these scripts going on in our head. We're telling ourselves the same old stuff, oh, I'm no good at this. Oh, I suck at this business. Oh, man, I just can't lose this weight. man, what the heck? You know, you're telling yourself over and over. Why not tell yourself something with intensity and emotion that will make your life better instead of worse or continuous? Put it into perspective here. It might look silly. It might look stupid. Just wait till nobody's in the house, you know, or do it in your car. I do it in my truck all the time. I'll be like driving down the road screaming, you know, to nobody. I mean, maybe people hear me as I'm driving by. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I'm changing my life. I'm changing who I am as a person, as an individual, as an entrepreneur by using affirmations. If you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like, hey, nothing is moving me, nothing's happening, or things are getting worse, this is what you need to be doing. Okay, you need to talk to yourself in a different language than the way you've been talking. It is about the words, but it's more about the emotion behind it. I mean, think about the difference between telling your spouse or partner, I love you, and telling them, I love you. Right? There's a difference there. There's an intensity. There's an emotion. So think about it that way as you say these affirmations. And if you want the free guide, I put the 50 affirmations down below. There's a link down there on Facebook, maybe above the video, maybe down below. But yeah, 50 affirmations for daily wealth attraction. A lot of them are related to, you know, being prosperous and wealthy and that sort of thing. But the thing that I've learned is by focusing on abundance and prosperity, more than just money will come into your life. And that's really like the gold mine. You know, and they say everything I touch turns to gold. I think of it as money. I think of it as good circumstances happening. I think of it as, you know, I save on what I buy. I always get the best deals. You know, it's like they encompass a lot of different things in your life if you're willing to put in a few moments to do them. Okay. So like the video, go get your free 50 affirmations download if you're interested in that. I got a link also to my new Facebook group. We'll be talking law of attraction, that kind of stuff in there as well. And I'll give you notifications when I'm live. If you are just really overwhelmed, feel free to ask questions. You know, I love answering questions on these videos. But if you really want to see shift and change and momentum in your life, highly encourage you to check out the course I've just released, because Manifestation Mastery is all about putting this all together. You can take little snippets from videos. You can take little pieces here. You can go watch free YouTube. You can go take a segment from this and that, free download, and you end up with a lot of pieces of the puzzle, but you're missing some stuff. I know, because I used to go for all the free stuff, you know, or the cheap ebooks. You know, it's $2.99. I'll buy this ebook. Oh, you know, maybe I'll cough up a 20 for this book, you know. And it was like I'm stuck with all these little pieces that I had to put together. And I can save you years of trying to put this all together to make it work. Yes, affirmations are important. Are they the only key to making things manifest for you? No, quite frankly. And anybody that tells you that is going to be just lying to you, you know. There was a lot of different pieces to the puzzle. And, you know, if you're like most people just wanting to get the easy shortcuts, I'm telling you, go for the course, because I cover everything in detail that I put together over like 7 years of studying this stuff. And I'll give you my story. Probably, let's see, the first couple years, they clicked instantly. Like a lot of things I learned clicked instantly. Oh, Crystal's got an affirmation here. Every day and every way, I'm getting better and better. Yes. I love that one. And when I, kind of went through some downturns with my online business, I started to question, like, what the heck? Because I was studying this stuff. I was using affirmations. Wrong. I didn't know. I was, reading the books and I had been to some seminars and things. And I'm like, I'm missing something here, right? Like there's still stuff I need to learn. Like, obviously you're learning till you die, but I really felt like I thought I had it, but when stuff happened and I didn't have it, like I didn't know how to go back to where I was. I was like, I'm missing stuff and I can't move forward unless I have all the pieces. So I spent like the next 5 years putting together pieces, little bits in here, little bits over here, and going through life experiences and challenges and different businesses and just listening to different people, too many people. It's another trap, is listening to too many people. But the Manifestation Mastery course, it's on pre-order right now. So once I actually finish uploading the content on the website, you'll have access to all the videos at once. Then it'll be on the regular price. So I think it's a steal, honestly, to spend $497 while it's on pre-order. Mind you, it's going up to $997. Because what does it mean for you if you had a shortcut to getting what you wanted in life, to manifesting your number one goal? I think for most people, it's income, money related. Tell me if I'm wrong. For some people, it's health. I understand that. But I think for a lot of people, it's like, hey, if I had more money, it would open a lot of doors for me. I mean, that's the way I felt. And I still feel like that. If you have the money, it doesn't create more problems. It takes care of more problems, because it's a lot harder to go through life struggling and feeling broke all the time than it is to have money and just, trying to be wise and manage it well, right? Oh, good. Laura's got one. Laura took the course, by the way. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. Yes, Bob Proctor is amazing. I love that guy. He's like 87 years old and rocking it. But yeah, Laura took the Manifestation Mastery course, and she got really clear on her goal. She's on her way, manifesting more money, doing what she's doing. She's full-time entrepreneur. That was one of her things too, was like, hey, I want to do this full time. Some things happened that she didn't expect. And the doors open to her to be able to do that, and not quite the way she thought, but I think it's working out just fine for her. So yeah, whatever your number one goal is, I walk you through this course in a way that you can achieve. You can basically accelerate from where you are to where you want to go within 45 days. Because I feel like change can happen very, very quickly when people are committed. If you aren't committed, you just sort of like slug it out through life. You try a little bit of something over here. You try a little bit over here. When things don't look like they're working, you just give up and you move on. You never gain any traction. You never gain any momentum because you're always shifting gears. It's a matter of focus, right? So that's why the Manifestation Mastery course, I focus you in on like all the things you need to know. Number one, being clear on what you want. And I tell you how to do that, because most people don't even know what the frick they want. Like, yeah, I want more money. What does that mean? If I give you $1, is that going to make you happy? $20? People don't know what they want, and they don't know how to get clear about it. There's a lot of different voices telling you what you should and shouldn't do. Husband, wife, parents, teachers, authority figures, people on the media, people in the news, celebrity. Like, there's so many voices trying to tell you what you should do that you don't know anymore. Like, you lost a piece of yourself somewhere along the line because you can't even listen to your own intuition anymore and figure out what the heck do you want, right? So link down below for everything that I mentioned. Course, the Facebook group, the free affirmations. And if you guys got value, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're on YouTube and hit the bell so you actually know when I'm live. And if you are watching from Facebook, follow me. Click their notification thing so you get all live notifications or something like that. I think that's the option. And I'll see you guys on Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Take care.